What's going on, YouTubers? I'm Kevin08015, and this is another episode of my Top 5. Alright, so today's Top 5 is going to be none other than my Top 5 favorite animated TV shows. Alright, so sit back, relax, pull up a chair. Alright, I'm just kidding. Started off with a bang. Number 1 is probably the same show as everyone else. It's Family Guy. I love Family Guy. Okay, so many years ago when I would do certain stuff in my high school years, Family Guy was always my go-to. Always hilarious. I never quite found... I think it's... Seth MacFarlane's a great guy. I love anything Seth MacFarlane, so... it's just... It really... it tickles my fancy. So it's really good. I love it. I love all the voices. You know how Seth MacFarlane can do all these voices and just just go on and just talk about random stuff, and it's a great day. So yeah, so just all the voices is hilarious. Seth MacFarlane is great with voices. Definitely a king. So that's that one. Number 2. F is for Family. I don't know if you guys ever heard of F is for Family. For those of you that have not, it is a show on Netflix created by the comedian Bill Burr. If you don't know who Bill Burr is, if you know who if you watched Breaking Bad, he was the redheaded guy that worked for Saul Goodman, and ended up beating up, I don't even remember his name, beating up Ted, that's all I'm going to say. If you don't watch Breaking Bad, then you're on your fucking own. Anyway, so F is for Family is a hilarious, oh my god, is it hilarious. You know, we found it on Netflix, and we're like, alright, we'll give it a shot. So we watched it, and it's so hilarious. It is just downright hilarious, and I definitely suggest you watch it. It's so funny. It's funny. I'll give you an example. One part, the father and son argue with each other, and he's like, "Get back in the house before I put you through a fucking wall." And he is like, the son was like, well, nice job, idiot. We're outside, so there are no walls. He's like, well, I will build one, and then I will fucking put you through it. It's so funny. It takes place in the 70s. Another funny line he says, because the son accidentally sets the woods on fire, and he's like, I swear to God, if I started building walls today and didn't stop for the next 15 years, that still wouldn't be enough walls to fucking put you through. It's so funny. It's freaking hilarious, and I strongly suggest you give it a chance if you've never seen it. Cannot wait for the second season. Number 3, American Dad. Seth MacFarlane again. You know, like, it was just, I love American Dad because it's got the same sense of humor as Family Guy, obviously. So I mean, it's like the little brother that people like, but they don't like as much as the big brother. So you know, but it's still funny. You know, I don't know who does Steve's voice in American Dad, but man, that little bastard can sing. Number 4, Futurama. I used to not like Futurama, and then it was a mixture of my friend and my wife ended up sitting me down, making me watch it, which is, by the way, also how I got into Harry Potter. After the 3rd one, I'm like, I'm done, it's getting stupid now, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, both of them sat me down, made me watch the whole thing, a marathon that lasted probably 12 hours, if not more. And I fell in love with the Harry Potter series. It's my favorite thing, obviously. There's my Death Eater tattoo. Yeah, so Futurama is, there's nothing about it that isn't funny. It's just absolutely hilarious. And I love season 6, I want to say. There was 4 episodes, and they were each like an hour and a half long each. Um, and it's really cool because Seth MacFarlane is in the Las Vegas episode. He sings the opening song, you know, it's like, doom, 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 you and I will be, you know, yeah, so he's singing. Anyway, um, it's it's funny. I actually have a bunch of photos. Futurama has my perspective of Futurama has changed a lot because it's just the same thing as The Simpsons and Family Guy, and um, you know, it just has that adult humor that I think we as adults like to see in cartoons. I don't know what it is, but I love it. I don't do a good Bender, but you know, I love you, Bender. Shut up, baby. I know it. You know, like, it's funny. There's a couple sad episodes. I think I'm not gonna lie. I'm man enough to admit it. The one episode where Fry's dog waited outside the pizzeria for him for years and years and years until he died. It brought a tear to my eye. It was really sad, and it was a really good episode. Um, did enjoy it. I thought the way they ended the series was, you know, wasn't that great. But I'd love to. I'd love to see them bring the show back. So that's number 4. Number 5, Rugrats. If you're a '90s kid, you loved Rugrats. Come on, who didn't want to be Tommy Pickles, who had everything in his diaper? Oh my God, everything. Can you imagine when that kid grew up and became a man? He probably had condoms in his boxers. Probably, hey man, I could go for a beer right now. And Tommy Pickles is like, oh, 1 second, and then pulls a beer out of his boxers. He had everything in his diaper. It was always funny. Like, there's so many quotes that can be said from Rugrats. Like, I still say this one to this day. I say, I'm like, well, I'm gonna go home, snuggle in my blanket, and take a nap. So that's Rugrats is probably my favorite kids show. I still watch it to this day. I got my 2-year-old daughter into it. She loves it as well. So I'm happy about that. I always love getting her into something I was into as a kid. Because, you know, we can watch it together, and if something funny happens, we laugh together. It's not like this crap nowadays where, you know, she watches Kate and Mim Mim, and she's like, "Ah, that's so funny," and I'm like, yeah, it wasn't, but it was, as far as you know. I think it was funny. So yeah, that's it. I really got off topic. Anyway, that's my top 5, guys. I will see you next time. Thank you once again for joining me. Don't forget to comment in the box below. And don't forget to subscribe. Love you guys, and see you later. Peace and love.